The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. BNB's biggest story scrapped. Here's why fans are complaining. In the world of daytime television, The Bold and the Beautiful has long stood as an emblem of emotional twists, lush fashion, and intricate character relationships. For decades, audiences have tuned in daily to follow the trials and triumphs of the Forrester family and their extended circle. But in a rare shakeup, recent developments have caused one of the show's most highly anticipated storylines to be dramatically altered, or as some fans believe, completely scrapped. This creative feature explores why this change happened, how it's being received, and what it reveals about storytelling, fan expectations, and modern media. A story that promised big twists. Earlier this year, rumors began circulating across social media platforms and fan forums about a major storyline slated for The Bold and the Beautiful. Promoted as one of the show's boldest narrative arcs in years, it was expected to shift the dynamics among key characters and bring fresh energy into the long-running soap. For months, anticipation built steadily. Clips, interviews, and promotional stills teased something dramatic on the horizon. Fans analyzed every detail, from set locations to wardrobe changes, deciphering clues and crafting theories. What would this mean for alliances like the Forresters versus the Spencers? How would this affect the next generation of characters? Could it change the tone of the show? Then, almost abruptly, rumors emerged that the storyline had been altered significantly, perhaps even shelved altogether. The backlash begins. Almost instantly, fan reaction lit up like a wildfire. On social media, longtime viewers expressed frustration, calling the change a missed opportunity, or worse, a sign that the show was losing its creative edge. Popular fan pages saw a surge in comments, with some users calling for explanations from the writers and producers. While fan passion is nothing new for daytime dramas, the intensity of the response was notable. Many committed viewers felt that this storyline wasn't just another twist, it was important, and its apparent disappearance raised questions. Some common themes in fan complaints included loss of emotional payoff. Viewers had connected deeply with the setup rather than just expecting shock value. Perceived lack of transparency. Audiences wanted to know why plans changed and felt they deserved more insight. Fear of stagnation. With so many years on air, some fans wondered if the show was recycling old tropes rather than breaking new ground. Inside the writer's room, why changes happen. To understand what might be happening, it's useful to step back and think about how serialized drama works behind the scenes.
1.
Even in the early stages of writing, storylines shift. Actors' availability, production constraints, external events, and even legal considerations can influence how a plot unfolds. Sometimes a storyline that seems set in stone gets rewritten because a key performer needs to take time off. Audience reactions to early elements are unexpectedly strong. Network executives request changes for strategic reasons. New creative leadership wants to take the narrative in a different direction. This is all part of the collaborative process of television. Showrunners often pay attention to feedback. On the one hand, reacting to audience sentiment can keep fans engaged. On the other hand, it can be difficult to balance short-term reactions with long-term storytelling goals. Some producers prefer to stick to their original plans even if fans voice concerns, believing that the payoff will be worth the wait. Others may pivot to retain buzz and momentum. In this case, industry insiders say there may have been creative differences between the original writing team and new leadership, a common situation in long-running TV series. Fan theory explosion. With limited official explanation, fans filled the void with theories, some earnest, others humorous. Wild theories that took off. Here are a few fan-generated ideas that gained traction. Secret contract conflicts. Some speculated that a major actor renegotiated their contract, forcing writers to adjust the storyline. Spin-off plans leaked. A few suggested the content was intended for a new series or digital exclusive. Network interference. Others claimed the network stepped in for fear the storyline was too controversial. While these theories are purely speculative, they demonstrate how deeply invested the fan community is and how much creative space people make for stories they care about. Comparisons to other major plot changes in TV history. This isn't the first time a beloved series has surprised its audience. Throughout television history, from primetime dramas to daytime soaps, storylines have shifted dramatically, sometimes to applause, other times to criticism. For example, a favorite character's sudden exit leading to spin-off ideas. A planned love story abandoned after chemistry tests didn't match expectations. A mystery arc rewritten due to real-world events, making the original plan insensitive. These examples show that storytelling, especially long-form storytelling, is often unpredictable, and that creators and fans sometimes miss each other when it comes to expectations. Why fans feel ownership of the story. To the casual viewer, a soap opera might seem like simple entertainment. But for dedicated fans, these shows often become part of their daily routine, offering a sense of familiarity, emotional connection, and even community. Several factors help explain why fans felt so strongly. 1. Emotional investment. Viewers form deep attachments to characters over years or decades. When a storyline promises growth or resolution, fans become emotionally hooked, almost like following the lives of people they know. 2. Theory communities. Platforms like forums, social media threads, and video discussions allow fans to collaborate on theories. Anticipation builds not just from the storyline itself, but from the conversation around it. 3. Anticipation as entertainment. The not-yet-reached story becomes almost as engaging as the story itself. When that sense of anticipation is disrupted or removed, it feels like a loss, even if the show still continues. Potential benefits of the change. While many fans reacted negatively at first, industry observers point out that such creative shifts can sometimes lead to exciting new directions. Here's why this change